Perfect.
What's up guys, in this video I wanted to go over another build for Amara, and that is her ultimate takedown build. This build is going to allow you to get through the takedown with ease and pretty much any other Mayhem 4 activity in the game. Now before we get into the build, I just want to say really quick, if you enjoy this video or find it helpful in any way, remember to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. YouTube tells me that most people that watch my videos actually aren't subscribed to the channel, so if you would like to help me change that stat, be sure to subscribe. It really helps me out and it helps the channel out. Another thing, this build will be located in my Discord channel. If you want to download it, the link will be in the description of this video. It's going to be located under the builds tab, and there'll be 2 other builds in there right now as well. Like I said, if you enjoy the video, if you join the Discord, or you find anything useful, remember, be sure to subscribe. Let's change that stat and let's get right into the video. So for this build, it's going to be very good for mobbing, bossing, doing anything in the game you want to do for Mayhem 4. It is pretty much a build that is kind of combined together with all my other builds, and this is what it's formed into. So starting off with weapons, I'm going to be using the LAKEY with the phase cast anoint. This is going to be your main mobbing weapon. It can take out super tanky targets. It's even pretty good at bossing, but you're going to be using other guns for bossing. The next, I have a Cutsman right here. This is obviously super good for bossing. This comes with the phase cast anoint on it. This is going to take down Wotan shields really quick, or just any shock type enemy. Next, I have a corrosive Cutsman with an accidentally get 100% more damage. This could be better if I had a phase cast, but I don't have one. This is good for armor targets, especially things like Wotan or even the Valkyrie squad. Then next, I have a Brainstormer, which has another phase cast anoint. This is super good for mobbing. When there's a lot of enemies in the area, you can pop your phase cast, and this Brainstormer literally just melts everything. It's really, really good. Next, I have the Transformer right here. On active skill, you get 50% bonus cryo damage. This pairs really well with the LAKEY because you're gonna be hitting a lot of crits, so you're gonna freeze enemies really, really quick with this. And the Transformer is also just a super tanky shield, which is good. Then I have a It's Piss grenade with on active skill, get 50% bonus radiation damage. So the Transformer and It's Piss, I'm just getting 100% more damage in 2 different elements. But the It's Piss grenade also applies debuff. If you throw the grenade and hit somebody, it's gonna apply 20% debuff to that enemy, and it'll be doing even more damage, which is really good. Then I have a phase Zerker right here to get more Jacob's critical hit damage, axe skill cooldown rate, and volatile fire rate. All of these will help out in this build. And obviously the phase Zerker gives you max stacks with decay over time, but with those stacks you get more axe skill cooldown rate and weapon damage. Then finally I have a Snowdrift auto idol where I get bonus slide speed, and the auto idol gives me 18% max health after I kill an enemy, which is going to help out with survivability. Also getting a 40% magazine size, 21% axe skill cooldown rate, and 27% ignite chance. So that is the main weapons you're going to be using for this build. This right here pretty much allows you to do anything in the game without having to swap, but I do have other stuff if you want to use, especially things like going up against different bosses. These items I'm about to talk about will be included with this save file, but these items are a Lyuda with the phase cast anoint and solar. This is super good for taking on Grave Ward, as you probably saw in the beginning of the video. I have a 250% phase cast anoint with the ion cannon. This is obviously just really good for anything. You can one-shot bosses for the most part, as you also saw. Then I have a solar Cutsman with another axe skill and anoint with 100% more damage. This is just to round out all the Cutsmans. If you want to use this on a fleshy enemy, you can, but I have that in here just to let you guys have it. Then I have a Lucky 7 right here with a axe skill and anoint 100% more damage. This is just for fun. For the most part, you're going to be using the LAKEY all the time, but the Lucky 7 is super fun, and I like to use it every now and then if the LAKEY gets a little boring. But the Lucky 7 will be included with this if you guys just want to mess around with it. Then I have a Dictator right here with the axe skill and anoint 100% more damage, and this is the only thing I could recommend switching out for the Brainstormer. If you're going against things like Wotan and the better half comes up, you can use this and kill the better half in one clip. It's really, really good to have, and that's why I'm including it with this build. And then for the next part, for the shields and grenades, I'm not going to go over all of them, but basically, as you know, we have on axe skill and anoints, you get bonus damage. Well, as you see, there's 4 shields, and then obviously have 1 equipped, and there's 4 grenades, and then have 1 equipped. I have 1 for each of the different elements. So for the shield, you have, corrosive, radiation, cryo, blah, blah, you have all elements, and then grenades, you have the exact same thing. So for whatever encounter you need, if you need to swap your shields and grenades out, you can put the right elements on and kill anything you want to. Then I have a Elemental Projector auto idol. This is going to be good for bossing. If you need to apply element to yourself to get more damage, you pretty much want to do this at all times. And this is also giving you magazine size, cryo damage and movement speed. That's the magazine size is pretty much the only decent one right here. Then I'm also including a sellout so you can proc your elemental projector, and that is all the stuff that's coming with the build. Now really quick before I get into the skills, I'm going to show you the whole skill tree real quick just in case you just want to copy it down. I will be having skills pop up on the screen during the gameplay, but I know some people just like to see the whole skill tree in one thing. But now getting into the skills for this build, we're going to be putting 1 point do harm and 1 point violent tapestry solely just to get down to the next skill tier. These two are also going to help keep our stacks up a little bit, but the main part is just we're trying to get down to the next tier. We're putting 3 points of fast hands, give me reload speed, weapon swap speed, and mode switch speed. This is really good because we're going to be using a lot of different type of weapons, so having this is just generally nice. Now I'm putting 3 points of restless to get 25% more axe skill cooldown rate. It's always nice because we've been using our axe skill a lot to proc our anointments. 3 points in transcend right here to get more accuracy and critical hit damage after I pop my action skill. This is also really good. I have 2 points in alacrity just to get down to the next tier. This is also going to give us a little bit of reload speed, which is nice. Paired that with fast hands, you have a pretty good amount of reload speed. I have 1 point ascendant to be buffing our soul sap, and by the way, the skills we're going to be using for this is soul sap and phase cast, obviously. The next, I have 3 points in wrath to get 20% more gun damage and then 20% more after I pop my action skill. So after I pop my action skill, I'm just getting a lot of benefits, and we're going to be doing that a lot. Next, I have 3 points in lay bare, so whenever my action skill hits enemy, it applies a 25% debuff. If you pair this with its piss grenade, you can throw your action skill, then throw its piss grenade, and you have a big debuff plus all your other buffs that are coming from your other skills and your anoints, so you can melt targets. I have 3 points in from rest right here to get 12% more fire rate and 44% more charge speed. This is really good for things like the cutsmans. The charge speed is going to be super nice to be able to start shooting quicker, and also your gun is just going to shoot quicker too with the fire rate. The fire rate also is going to help other guns out like the brainstormer. And finally, I have 1 point avatar to get more rush stacks, and I can pop my axe skill twice before cooldown. Next skill tree, I have 5 points in Amara right here to get more stacks effect, damage duration, and even more with my axe skill element, which will be shock. Then next, I have 3 points in steady hands to get more handling and accuracy. This is generally just really good because we're going to be swapping weapons a good amount, and even if we're not, things like this help out the Maggie a lot to have a tighter pellet spread. Then I have 5 points of Tempest to give more elemental damage and more shock damage. This is one of Amara's best skills. It's going to buff everything, your anointments on your grenade shield, your elemental damage itself. It's gonna buff everything. Then I have 3 points of wildfire to get down to the next skill tier. I guess a spread chance can kind of help, but it's not really necessary. Then I have 1 point deep well to get 20% more magazine size, my elemental weapons. All our guns are gonna be elemental besides the Maggie and the Lucky 7 and the ion cannon. So this is a very, very good pickup for just 1 point. Then I have 3 points indiscriminate to make our bullets ricochet. This is really good for ad clear. Also, you can start spreading elements for things like cryo. If you have your cryo axe skill in proc, you can ricochet bullets, and that's also going to start applying cryo effects to everybody, slow it down, and you can control the battlefield. And finally, I have 2 points of sustainment to get 8% of my damage dealt back as life, and that damage has to be elemental damage with your weapon. So that is the skill tree for this build. I also am getting 3 points in conflux from my class mod, so you might randomly apply a different status effect on enemy, but it's honestly not even noticeable, so it's not even worth mentioning. So this build is crazy good. As you saw in the clips before, it can one-shot bosses, it can mob really quick, as you've seen in the gameplay in the background. It can do any Mayhem 4 activity you want to. Even when the takedown gets scaled back to 4-player difficulty, this build will still be able to do the takedown. The amount of damage you get from this build is actually insane with the amount of skills that you have. Then plus that's pairing with all your anointments, and then you have your health regen from sustainment and your auto idle giving you health back, and you also have your snowdrift class mod that can slide and get you out of danger a lot. I feel like that's not mentioned enough. Obviously snowdrift is good to get around the map, but it can also get you out of danger a lot, especially in the Wotan fight when he's shooting missiles at you or any other ad is shooting at you. You could just keep proccing your slide speed and just get out of fight anywhere. Like, it's on level of mindfulness movement speed. It's really good, and it can be for any character. But this build is one of my favorite builds in the game right now. I started off playing the game with a phase cast build, and this is the pretty much, I would say, in game for it now. There's obviously some anoints I could get better on my gear, but other than that, I'm not too sure what could get better than this. So on top of this build being really good, it's also extremely fun to play. The Maggie is obviously a super fun weapon to use. It fulfills that space cowboy, I guess, fantasy that a lot of people have. It is very fun. The Cutsman is very fun to just watch bosses melt. The Brainstormer is super fun, chain damage round, plus the Brainstormer is going to heal you a lot. And having all the different action skill elements for your shields and grenades is top tier. Now the way to use this build, especially in boss fights, you want to pop your phase cast to get your first stacks of all your things like transcend. Things like transcend can actually stack with each other, so you want to pop your phase cast to get your 1 stack, and you want to shoot your ground with your elemental projector. Since you have popped your action skill, you're also doing your 50% bonus elemental damage, so whatever your shield and grenade has, you're also applying that element to yourself. So if you have radiation and shock and you're shooting yourself with a solar solar elemental projector, you're also going to be applying that radiation shock to yourself because you popped your action skill. Then after that, you're going to swap to whatever gun you're going to use to kill a boss, pop your action skill again, make sure your action skill hits the boss this time. So you're going to apply a debuff, and then you can start shooting, and while you're shooting, you can also its piss grenade. So you're going to have 2 debuffs applied, you're going to have all these damage bonuses, and you can just melt anything in the game. The its piss grenade is definitely not required, but it does help out a lot on really tanky bosses, especially like Wotan. You can throw your its piss grenade, hit it, and it just destroys him. But yeah, that's going to do it for the build, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. As I said, if you want the build, it will be in my Discord. Link will be in the description. If you joined the Discord or found this video helpful in any way, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. It really helps the channel out. Changing that YouTube stat would be very, very awesome. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for the support that you've been giving on my channel. I'm nearing 600 subscribers, which is crazy, and I seriously can't thank you guys enough. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the build. If you can't download the save file, I really hope you can get this gear. I'll be having more quick guides on my channel. I know some of you guys like those. The gear in this video, I'll probably be making videos of that, just 1 minute little quick guides to let you guys know everything's at if you want to farm for it. That's going to do it all from you guys. Again, thanks for everything. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.